the motor was doing now it doesn't do that. Well, my $500 Volvo is now running perfectly. What I ended up having to do is I changed two motor mounts, the one on the top and the one on the passenger side. I had to put a new shock on this side and sway bar end link also on the other side. Okay, so I got the old strut out and the old sway bar connector. So if you want to know how your sway bar connectors, this is what came out. They move around. They move around. This is a new one. Does not move around. See how much stiffer they are? That's how they're supposed to be. So that's how you know when these are wore out. Always double check. Make sure they're the same length. Never just trust that you bought the right one, because I bought the wrong one before. So this stuff's pretty easy. You just unbolt it. The strut we got from Unity Struts. It is OEM quality, completely assembled because it's not safe to do it the other way. The nice thing about these is the top spins, so you can't really get them in there wrong. You just line up the bolt holes and then you twist this however you need it. The other cool thing is these actually came with this little end on it. This thing right here. Some of them you have to take the other one off of the factory and put it on there, but these have them, so that's cool. So pretty simple, you just put it back together. So, as you can see, it wasn't that bad. A few bolts. We got two holding the shock in on the bottom, three on top. Three on top are 13 millimeters. These are 21. On the outside, the big nuts are 21. The inside is 18. The top one on this particular one, for some reason, was a 17. And this bottom one down here was a 14. So you got 13 up top, 21, 19, 17, 14. Your torque screws, the torque nut bolts are still T40 and T30. All I gotta do is put the wheel back on, let it down, and then jump to the other side. I pulled all of the coil packs, and 3 of the 5 were broken in half. So I replaced those. I replaced the spark plugs. The PCV system needed replaced because that's basically a normal wear item for an older Volvo. Let's see here. Made quite the mess yesterday, didn't I? Alright, I got the PCV canister was right here. It's very, very difficult to get to. You have to have magically small hands. I got all the bolts out. This bolt right here is the hard one to get out for the manifold. Little tip, you don't have to take it all the way out. The bottom slots on the manifold are just slots. They're not actual holes. So you just have to get them kind of loose and then it pops up. Nobody told me that online, so I spent 2.5 hours trying to get that bolt all the way out. This bolt right here is the back bolt for the PCV box canister right there. That's also very, very hard to see, and I spent 1.5 hours taking the wrong bolts off. So make sure you're taking the right bolts off. So now that I got it all off, I just got to put it all back together. I did find that this ignition coil is broken and has been zip tied together, so that will have to get fixed. I ordered one, so we'll just throw that on there. Other than that, it's just time to put everything back together. And now it runs perfect. No engine lights, no nothing. It runs smooth. It used to run very violently. It looked like it was the engine was trying to jump out of the engine bay. So let me get her started up here. Oh, listen to that purr. 5-cylinder, turbocharged. Nice and smooth too. No smoke, no nothing. It runs. The AC blows ice cold. I mean, just look at that. Look at how smooth that. Like a little sewing machine. Going right along. So, if you find a $500 Volvo, I would say get it, but I have not cussed this much working on this car. The bolts are extremely hard to get to. They're not easy to work on at all. They're not that expensive to work on, but man, are they hard to work on. We worked on one bolt for 45 minutes, and then we worked on another bolt for 2 hours just to get it in and out. So that PCV valve system is just way, way hard. So, if you have the luck of buying an older Volvo and you love it, comment below, subscribe, hit the like button, and we will see you next time. These are the dumbest lug nuts ever. You can't just put the tire on, you gotta... It's terrible. Freaking dumb. Whoever thought this up was a moron. Yeah, I know what we'll do. We'll put the lug nuts, they just come all the way out. That'll be great. Mechanics won't have a problem with that at all. Everybody would love us and think we're genius. Berkey, Berkey, Berkey. Swedish friend, Swedish chef. Berkey, Berkey, Berkey. Buy a cheap car, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Sweat your balls off, they said.